evening, and thank you for joining us for this edition of the Greater Reading Young Professionals on BCTV. For those of you who don't know who we are, the Greater Reading Young Professionals was founded under the Greater Reading Chamber of Commerce and Industry as a forum to attract, engage, and retain young professionals to the Greater Reading area. Our group is primarily made up of young professionals ranging in age from 21 to 45, although we do have members outside of that scope and do welcome members of all ages. In keeping with group's mission, we decided to produce a television show created for young professionals by young professionals that allows us to discuss topics, concerns, and passions that are relevant to the lives of the young professionals living and working in the Greater Reading area. GRIP provides a wide range of benefits, including our monthly networking events. I encourage you guys to get involved and attend one of our upcoming events. For more information, you can always log on to our website. That's www.greaterreadingyp.org for more information about the organization or some of our upcoming events. Now, speaking of upcoming events, our next event will be held on June 17th, and that is our third Thursday event. This event will be focusing on sales motivation and training, and that's going to be led by Scott Messer of Sales Evolution. It's going to be held at 1 Meridian Building, sponsored by NAI Keystone, and that will be, again, Thursday, June 17th. Our next event, or another one of our events in June, will be our June breakfast event. That will be held on June 9th. That's the second Wednesday of every month. That's a morning event. This month it will be held on Off the Avenue Cafe in West Lawn from 7:45 to 9 a.m. There is a breakfast buffet now available for $10 or a coffee-only option for $2. This month's topic will be community involvement, a discussion on that, and how you can get involved, what you can do, and why you should get involved. And this will be hosted by our Community Advancement Committee. Later on in the month, we will be hosting our new happy hour event. The next one will be held on June 23rd from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. This will be at the Upland Cafe. There will be complimentary appetizers and a cash bar. And this is a great way for those of you who may not have been to one of our events to just come out and have a good time. There's no agenda set. It's just a great way to get out and network and meet some young professionals in the area. Also, we have our summer golf event for June, the next one to be held on June 7th and followed up by a second one on June 21st. These will be held at the Golden Oaks Golf Club. Plan to arrive around 5:15 with tee time at 5:30. The price would be $17 per person, and that includes 9 holes and your golf cart. Again, you can go to our website, www.greaterreadingyp.org, for additional information on these or any of our further upcoming events. Now, later on in the show, we will be featuring one of our board members, Brittany Tranquillo, for our member spotlight segment. But up next, we'll talk a little bit about one of our past events, and that was the Greater Reading Community Fair. Now, for those of you who may have missed it, we did mention it on the show previously, but we held our first annual Greater Reading Community Fair. That was held on Thursday, April 22nd at the Goggle Center of Art, or Goggle Works Center for the Arts, I apologize. It was our first ever event, and it was a huge success. Basically, it was a way to showcase some of the businesses and organizations in the community that make Reading a great place to live and work. And on today's show, we actually want to feature some of the great things that we have going on in the city and answer the question, what's so great about the Reading area? Now, this particular event, the Greater Reading Community Fair, was a great opportunity for college students, recent college grads, young professionals, and other members of the community to come out and see and experience some of the great things that Reading has to offer. So here is a quick look at some of the highlights from that evening. I want to thank everyone who came out to support us and participated in the community fair. Some of the businesses that participated included Sorelli Jewelry, Gage Personnel, Gallon Insurance, Reese Advertising, BCTV was there, along with a host of other businesses and nonprofit organizations. So thank you all for making that event such a great success. Now, up next, as I said, we have joining us in the studio Brittany Tranquillo, who is one of our board members here with the Greater Reading Young Professionals. So she will be featured tonight on our Member Spotlight. So thank you, Brittany, for joining me this evening.
Thank you, Charmaine.
It's great to have you here, as always.
Thank you.
So let's just start out, if you don't mind, by just telling me a little bit about yourself.
Okay. I was born and raised here in Berks County. Went to Schuylkill Valley High School. Briefly left the area, went to Shippensburg University, graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Math, and right after college left the area for about 2.5 years and lived in Virginia Beach, and then begged my husband at the time to bring me home to Berks County. Really missed Berks County, missed the area. My family was here, my friends were here, and there's lots of great things to do here in Berks County, and I just missed the environment, being the country environment and also the city aspect of it, downtown, the Sovereign Center, everything. So we eventually moved back, and here I am.
Oh. Well, great to have you back. I can completely understand.
Thank you.
Well, let me ask you, how did you initially get involved with the Greater Reading Young Professionals?
Sure. I joined the Greater Reading Young Professionals in August of 2006. At the time, I was working for the Greater Reading Chamber of Commerce and Industry. They had recently merged with the Manufacturers Association of Berks County, and I was placed on the Greater Reading Young Professionals Board as a liaison between GRIP and the Chamber. It was a great opportunity for me, and I felt really good about it, and I felt good about being able to have both organizations be together, work together to make it a better community. So it's a great opportunity.
Good. Now tell us about maybe not your first event, but one of your most memorable events, GRIP events that you've attended.
I'd say one of my most memorable is probably the event we do every year at the Reading Public Museum. It's a fantastic event. We always have a tour of whatever the current exhibit is that's going on, which is always very exciting. Ron Roth previously has been the executive director there and gave fantastic tours for all of us, always had great food, beverages, and a lot of great networking. It's a great venue to network and show off one of the treasures of Berks County, which is our local museum.
And what exactly was that experience like? Could you describe it a little bit?
I would say
as a newbie to the
sure.
How was your first experience?
You know, you're always a little bit nervous, and but I think everybody in Greater Reading Young Professionals is very welcoming, and we've gotten better at that in welcoming our new members. So everybody, you know, tries to make their way around the room, talk with you, make you feel comfortable, get to know you a little bit. It's not hardcore selling or trying to sell each other products. It's more networking, welcome back to the community, or, you know, how long have you been here? What are you doing in the community, and what can we do for you to make you feel comfortable? And guess what else is going on? So it's great.
Great. Now, as far as your GRIP involvement, because you said you initially came on as a board liaison, and now you are currently serving on the board as well. Can you talk a little bit about your involvement with the organization?
Sure. I serve on the board of directors. I'm also, originally I started out on the Community Advancement Committee, which is a fantastic committee headed by Rebecca Neville. She was the one who, with her committee, planned the recent community fair, which was absolutely fantastic. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to attend those meetings, and then moved over to the membership committee, which has been great. I'm working in partnership with our chair, Jamie Perez, and we're working on increasing the number of partnerships we have with businesses in the community to offer discounts to Greater Reading Young Professionals as members. So not only will you have the benefit of our monthly networking events, both at breakfast and in the evening, but also discounts that local businesses offer off of apparel, to events, all kinds of discounts. And we're working in partnership with local businesses to enhance those.
Great. Now, our young professionals, our GRIP members are made up of many different backgrounds, especially as far as their career goes. Now, you mentioned that you did work for the Chamber. Just tell us a little bit about your background.
Sure. Before the Chamber, I worked for Berkshire Health Partners locally. So I was there approximately 6 years. Had been doing mostly operations, marketing, website, educating brokers and doctors and hospitals in the area about insurance. I moved over to the Chamber and was there selling memberships to the Chamber and doing marketing. Worked for Gage Personnel briefly and really enjoyed that, and did staffing locally. And my most recent position, where I hope will be my long-term and career and retirement, is working for Gallon Insurance. I started there in January. I do group health insurance sales for businesses. It's absolutely fantastic. Love the opportunity to work there, and throughout all of my positions, I've been able to stay involved with Greater Reading Young Professionals. The local businesses really support that organization, which is great.
Great. Now hold that thought. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to have more with Brittany.
You're watching Greater Reading Young Professionals Emerge on bctv.org. Be informed. Be involved. Be a member. For membership information, go to www.bctv.org/support/membership. For more information and other related stories, go to www.bctv.org. Program underwriting is a valuable source of revenue for bctv.org and a way for you and your business to get exposure in the community. To learn how you can support a bctv.org program, go to www.bctv.org.
We're back, and again, for those of you just tuning in, I'm here with Brittany Tranquillo, board member for the Greater Reading Young Professionals, and she is tonight's featured guest for our Member Spotlight segment. Now, Brittany, one of the great things that Albright College is doing is their Leadership Berks program that they have, and you were chosen to participate in that. Could you just share a little bit?
Sure. When I worked for Berkshire Health Partners, my boss at the time, Chuck Wills, was very supportive and encouraged me to get involved in community organizations, both to help me become a better manager and a leader, and also to enhance my networking skills and to be able to promote the business more. So at the time, I got involved in the Rotary Club of West Reading Wyomissing. He encouraged me to go through the Leadership Berks program, which I did in 2003 and graduated in 2003. And then also became involved in Greater Reading Young Professionals then when I moved on to the Chamber. So last year I did receive the Leadership Berks Distinguished Alumni Award, which I am very honored to have received that. And they are in partnership with Alvernia College, promoting the Leadership Berks to Alvernia as well as other community leaders. So yeah, it's been a great opportunity.
Well, great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
On the recognition.
Thank you.
That's a huge accomplishment.
Thank you.
Now, earlier you mentioned that you had moved away for a little bit and you got homesick and decided to come back. Now, once you were back, what made you decide that you wanted to stay here to pursue your career?
I think really just there's so many wonderful mentors in this community. When you go through programs like Leadership Berks and you get involved in organizations like Rotary and Greater Reading Young Professionals, specifically Greater Reading Young Professionals most recently, you have the opportunity to meet people that have established themselves in this community that can serve as mentors for you and really guide you to be better in your career, to grow professionally, to grow socially, and I miss those opportunities. And in other communities, they're not as close knit, specifically where I had moved away to. So I miss that. I miss being able to connect with people and really be able to reach out and have people be supportive both professionally and socially.
Wonderful. Now, tonight, as you know, we are talking about all things great in Reading and Berks County. So I know this is like I'm just throwing this at you, but what are some things that you think are so great about Reading?
Well, I'm addicted to chocolate, so the Hot Chocolate Cafe in West Reading is one of them, but you know, there's some just great things. I mean, you know, the Sovereign Center is fantastic. Some of the performers that they've brought in there and the artists that they've been able to bring to Berks County have been amazing. The shows that I've seen at the Sovereign Performing Arts Center, the museum, just all the great restaurants that we have, unique food, we have a new French place in West Reading. I mean, who would have thought, you know? So Berks County just has such a great variety, and it's in such a nice area area, nothing's too far to get to. And even if you want to go out of town, it's not far, and you can still come back and enjoy the pleasures of Berks County. So,
well, as I said, we are so grateful to have you back here.
Thank you.
And I thank you so much for coming on the show and just
thank you.
Sharing with us and
You're welcome.
And being here tonight. So
thank you very much.
Now up next, we are going to show you a little clip from one of the things that we found great to be in the city, and that is Hong Tan Restaurant. So take a look at this clip that we have.
My name is Kimberly Reimels, and today I'm going to talk to you about my favorite subject in the whole wide world, and that's food. And we're going to have an ongoing segment coming up to talk to you about what's really cooking in Berks County as far as restaurants and local eateries. And today, the first segment is coming to you from Hong Tan, which is located on 6th and Court Streets in downtown Reading. Hey guys, well, we're here today with one of the regulars here at Hong Tan, and this is Phil Pomerantz. And we're about to sit down to eat some appetizers for the restaurant. We're having fresh shrimp rolls. We have a chicken cabbage salad, a papaya and shrimp salad, as well as a mustard green salad. Just wanted to introduce Tan, who is one of the co-owners of the restaurant here. And I wanted to find out from you, Tan, why should somebody come to your restaurant?
Well, as we discussed, off camera, I think for the most part we try to give the restaurant a good atmosphere, good food, and at a reasonable price. Plus, we can do a lot of the dishes to your liking. You can be very specific. I think for the most part, we can probably do a lot of it, 90% of it the way you want it. Plus, I think the food is really fresh.
So can you tell us about some of your signature dishes here?
Well, some of the signature dishes that I think we most of the salads that we have, really you can't get it anywhere else. If you walk into another Vietnamese restaurant, the beef garlic with watercress, I think is really special. The marinated duck, one of Phil's favorite dish, is probably you can't get that anywhere else. So that's the other reason you should come to the restaurant, because a lot of the dishes we make, you can't get it, like at a Chinese buffet per se or another Vietnamese restaurant.
Right. Okay. The other question I have for you is, do you guys do private parties in the restaurant?
As a matter of fact, we did. We just had one for an engagement party, and it was for 100 people. So we do it, but you need a lot of lead time, and we'll do whatever you want. So we do have a private party.
What's your favorite thing to make, and what's your favorite thing to eat here?
I'm not sure if I had a favorite thing to eat, but
okay.
I do like to make the string bean with tofu, which is one of the better selling dishes.
Okay.
For the most part, I think the salads are really good, and it's light, and I like to have. If I were gonna eat it, I'll eat some of the salad that we make. Plus, now that we started making these dumplings, so it's probably one of my next favorite dishes.
For those of you who are vegetarian out there, tell us a little bit about what you can do for those individuals.
For the most part, we can make a lot of the sauces that we make for a regular dish. We can make it with water-based, so that it can be eaten by people that are vegetarian. And a lot of the dishes does not have to have meat in it, so there's quite a bit of selection for them. Like all the vegetable roll that we make. We also have vegetarian dumpling, and again, we can make almost any dish vegetarian style.
Okay.
We also have, as a matter of fact, we just recently started making like vegetarian chicken with lemongrass, served over watercress or lettuce. So we have quite a bit of a selection for vegetarian people.
Okay. Let's talk about my favorite topic, dessert. tell us about some of the desserts that you have here.
Well, for the most part, I think all of the desserts are homemade, especially the one that I like, so all the different flavor ice cream that we make, and some of the tart that my sister makes are also homemade. I know one of your favorites.
The chocolate raspberry ice cream is to die for. It's to die for.
Mine is the coconut ice cream. So
I have not had that. I've had the purple sweet potato ice cream, which is...
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It sounds odd, but it's good.
Well, I thought so too, but when I tasted it, it's pretty good.
And I've had the bread pudding, and I've had the buttered almond cake, which is...
I love
it's
that
like
too.
heaven.
Yeah.
Heaven. So all of the desserts are
You should
delicious.
have been invited at the party.
Yeah, well, I wish I would have been.
we had that on the menu for the customer.
And you guys served it last time with fresh strawberries on top, which was fantastic.
Thank you. One of the other reasons that people like to come to the restaurant, I think, is we have the BYOB policy, and we do not charge for a glass or a bottle per se. Everything, we provide the corkscrew and the glass for you. If you bring wine or if you bring beer, we'll provide glass for you at no charge.
So you're a regular customer. So how often do you come to this restaurant?
At least twice a month.
At least twice a month.
At least twice a month. Yes.
And I know that you said that your favorite is the filet. But what other things have you tried here that you really enjoy?
Well, yes, we love the sautéed filet. We love the marinated duck. We've had several of the seafood specials, which are just wonderful. No one does seafood like they do it here. Whether it's cod or whether it's sea bass. It comes with over green beans or asparagus and shiitake mushrooms with just the most wonderful sauces. Salmon, the fish is great.